Vehicle Legends has fallen off. For a period of time, it seemed like they were going to be bigger than Driving Empire and potentially the biggest car game on the platform, but now they can barely pull a tenth of Driving Empire's player count. So what happened? Well, I personally think there's multiple factors that have contributed to the downfall of Vehicle Legends, and I just want to say, I'm not trying to hate on Vehicle Legends here. I actually really love Vehicle Legends, and this game definitely helped my YouTube channel grow along the way, so I appreciate them for all the time they spent developing this game and all the updates they released in it. I'm just simply reporting the facts here, so this is not to hate on Vehicle Legends. It's just simply saying what I've observed. So now with that out of the way, let me continue and explain, in my opinion, why I think Vehicle Legends has fallen off so hard. So I have a lot of data for us to look at to kind of show you what I mean by saying Vehicle Legends has fallen off, because on the surface it still looks like a huge game. 1.9 billion visits, 3,500 active almost right now, so it is still a great successful big game, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, they've stopped updating. Okay, they used to do weekly updates, then they kind of shifted to semi-weekly updates, and now it's been a month. They haven't updated this game in a month, and that's honestly quite sad when you think about it, because Fininian, the creator, this game was his baby, okay? To be completely honest with you, he was like the OG guy at Driving Empire, so this might be confusing, but let me explain. He originally made Driving Empire with Borges, and then he left Driving Empire to make Vehicle Legends, so this was his big project, okay? Vehicle Legends is his big game, his big creation, and it seems like he's abandoned it now, which is kind of sad in my opinion. Now it gets even sadder when you go to look at here and see that a game called like Car Zone, which is a fairly new car game, created much newer, like literally 2 years ago, is averaging almost the same amount of players as Vehicle Legends. Vehicle Legends was made like almost 6 or 7 years ago now. Literally, Car Zone was just made 2 years ago, almost, yeah, no, less than a year ago almost, and it's already about to beat Vehicle Legends in average player count, which is crazy. And I have more data to show you guys. You could see here, Vehicle Legends at its peak in about 2023, 2022-ish, when they were averaging over 10,000 players constantly, and at their peak, they were able to average 34,760 CCU, which is concurrent players in the game. So right now, the average is about that, but it's only dropping from here. If we look now, we can start to get towards more modern day stuff. 2025, they were still able to pull that 10,000 player count, but now this year in 2026, I don't think they've been able to hit a 10,000 player count at all, and they've been steadily declining throughout this year if you look, and now they're dipping down to 2,000 players, which is just heartbreaking to see. I mean, literally, when the game was released back here, it didn't even go that low ever. Like, the lowest it's ever been maybe was right there, it looks like, and that was when I think Roblox itself was having a glitch. So the game right now is almost at the state like where the player count is what it was when Roblox itself was broken there. And you can see here their all-time new visits really has started to slow down as well, so a lot of new players are just choosing to not play this game. And the reason that is because Driving Empire, you can see here, around 2023, Driving Empire was having a bit of a rough patch. They were just kind of like staying stagnant, not really growing much. And that's because a lot of people were going to Vehicle Legends since Driving Empire had a lot of car removals at the time. But now you can see with the licensing, of course, Driving Empire has only skyrocketed in players. Their new player count's only going up here. This is healthy growth. We can see it growing. Obviously, it seems to have spiked there, potentially from some kind of big update. But it seems Vehicle Legends, on the other hand, has not had a big update to change anything. Therefore, people are just not interested. And I think I can kind of show you guys right now why this is happening. Why have they not had a good update? Well, the thing in my opinion is, I'm not saying that this is what they're doing, but in my opinion, it seemed like Vehicle Legends was just being a knockoff of Driving Empire that was a bit lower quality. Everything about this game seemed to be just a rip-off version of Driving Empire, and this is a common theme you're gonna see with Fininian as I show you throughout this video. And once again, no hate to him, I respect it. You know, he's getting his bag from this, so good for him, but I'm just addressing the facts and my opinion from what I see here. So, the thing is, you might notice, Vehicle Legends had its own style, its own unique look to it, and that's cool. But when Driving Empire started licensing cars, so did Vehicle Legends. Now, licensing cars is a general thing they had to do, which I get, obviously for legal purposes. And I heard rumors that Vehicle Legends was actually trying to do it before Driving Empire. It's just Driving Empire was the first one to get the licensed cars out. So, for that fact, okay, maybe Vehicle Legends copied, maybe they didn't, I don't really know. But what I do notice is every time Driving Empire would add like a new feature, Vehicle Legends would just add the same feature a week later. Take the AFK zone right here. Driving Empire added an AFK zone, and then Vehicle Legends, for some reason, added an AFK zone 1 week later after Driving Empire, and it looked very similar too, by having a car displayed right here just like Driving Empires, having lights on the side just like Driving Empires. They copied the whole flow from Driving Empire, and that's not the only example of them doing this, okay? Countless of their updates were honestly just copies of Driving Empires. Now, the one thing that in my opinion Vehicle Legends was doing better than Driving Empire that kept keeping people coming back was their events. I really like how Vehicle Legends did their events where you would find parts around the map or find things around the map. It was a really fun feature and people seem to really like those events, so I will give Vehicle Legends credit where credit is due. They had their own original event ideas and their events were really fun to do. Unfortunately though, now that they've stopped updating and we haven't had an event in a while, it seems like we might never get an event again because there's no more updates, so it's a little bit tragic. But you might be like, if Vehicle Legends was making money and they seemingly had lots of updates coming out, why would they stop? What caused them to stop? Well, there's a few factors to it. The first thing is that they kept facing removals from brands, okay? Brands kept getting removed, and then they had to spend their money, their profits, on licensing cars, which was expensive, so they could obviously compete, because if all their cars got removed, how would they compete with other games, you know what I mean? So they had to start spending profits on licensing cars, which gets expensive. But then the other thing is, one of their licensed brands caused the game to get deleted, actually, and I don't know if that brand ever came back. It was Dodge, okay? Dodge and any Stellantis group cars. I don't know. I don't have them in my inventory. They might have been added back to the dealership, but Dodge basically said that, I don't know what Dodge said, but the Dodge and Stellantis group said something to Roblox that there was something wrong with their licensing, and Roblox actually deleted Vehicle Legends. This caused Vehicle Legends to basically be deleted off the platform for almost a week, and that 1 week alone is what led to their decline. Like, they were already steadily losing hype and players, but that one deletion alone just killed off the hype, okay? It really ruined the game, to be honest. So just because Dodge and the Stellantis group caused like this game to get deleted, it really impacted the stats of the game and impacted how the algorithm on Roblox showed players this game, which really sucks. So it's not even Fininian's fault, the game creator, because he did everything right, it seems like, because the game was put back up. It's just a miscommunication with the licensing of Dodge. So to be completely honest, licensing of cars is what caused the decline of this game. It's what caused the downfall. And there's really nothing that could have been done about it because licensing had to happen at some point. And for those people who try to blame it on Driving Empire, Vehicle Legends themselves, I've spoken with Fininian in the past, he tried to say that they were working on licensing before Driving Empire. It's just Driving Empire pushed it out first. So for those people who want to push the narrative that Driving Empire forced Vehicle Legends into this position that killed off their game, you can't blame Driving Empire because Vehicle Legends themselves wanted to say that, hey, we were working on licensing first. So if Vehicle Legends got licensing out first, they would have started this whole thing themselves anyways. It would have eventually happened. They would have just been the ones to cause it. So you see, that's kind of what happened. But you might be like, well, why would Vehicle Legends stop updating? Why wouldn't they try to build back hype since they got deleted? Let me show you guys why they don't care to update anymore. So Fininian, like I said, Vehicle Legends was his, baby, his game that he made here, but that's not the only game he made, okay? He's actually made a lot of games. So Everglades Prison right here. This is his group that owns Prison RP. Now, I haven't played any of these games, but what I've been told is it seems like they're just modern versions of old popular games. So kind of like knockoffs of stuff, but like modern and improved. Tsunami Disaster Survival, that one right there. So you kind of could assume what that's based off of. Seaside RP, that could be based off any other RP game. I mean, there's a lot of RP games on Roblox, so I can't really say that that's a knockoff. Mansion Tycoon right there. That's another one he owns. Escape Prison is a city. Riot City Prison Escape. There we go, I said it right. This is like kind of a knockoff jailbreak, I heard. Southern Mudding. This one has 24,000 players. And if you look, by the way, all these games have thousands of players. Vehicle Legends now is somehow like their smallest game, so I'm pretty sure Fininian could care less. If he's here to make a profit, he's certainly making a profit off of all these other games, so clearly, he's okay. Vehicle Legends falling off isn't going to negatively impact him. He's fine. He's got all these other games. Especially the Southern Mudding. This one's an original game, I think. I don't know of any other game that it could be a knockoff of, but it really does look like this is his big game right now, making him a ton of money. This thing has a lot of players. And then they have Dealership Tycoon. Clearly a copy of Car Dealership Tycoon. So there you go. You kind of see he has a lot of games that are, just newer versions of older games, basically, and he kind of put his own style and twist on it. So he's okay, alright? So for those of you concerned, is Fininian okay? Yes. He owns a lot of other games. So Vehicle Legends falling off, honestly, I think what happened was the behind the scenes, the financials of it just stopped making sense for them. They had to spend too much money to license, and they were trying to compete with something that was too big, which is driving Empire. They were spending so much money to try to outcompete them, basically. It just made more sense for them to stop even worrying about this game and just focus on their other games that were easier to run and had less stress, you know what I mean? So, unfortunately, it seems like profits and licensing is the reason that Vehicle Legends has basically died. Go ahead, check out some of Faninian's other games. Go support him if you want to support the Vehicle Legends team. But I think that's all for today. That's kind of why Vehicle Legends fell off. I truly hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I would truly appreciate it. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. Check out the video on screen here. YouTube thinks to like it. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.